This is AdLibs PH. So we're a dedicated Google Ads specialist. We're working in handling and managing accounts for almost 8 years and counting. So we wanted to share the metrics for diagnostic that we usually um, apply to our clients. So we have here the metric combo. What it means: likely cost, just suggested actions. These are the four columns that we will be discussing. So first things first is the cost per acquisition plus value per conversion. So this is applied on an account which is e-commerce. So you know the value, you, that's the actual value, and uh, and conversion. So if you set properly the conversion actions directly to the CRM, especially on the Shopify, directly setups from the Google Merchant Center, so you can actually get the exact value for conversions. So if you mess up with the configuration, so it doesn't provide valuable results to your performance analysis. So this only applies to someone's perfectly configured the conversion value conversion actions in Google Ads. So let's start with the CPA. It's cost per acquisition is high plus value per conversion is going down. So what it means is conversions expensive and value is low. So the other column says is what likely cost. It has a low quality traffic, poor targeting, and wrong audience targeting. So in this third column, in the fourth column, refine audience targeting, adjust keywords, and improve ad relevance. So uh, in short summary, you have a very low traffic quality, like very poor targeting. So based on the suggested actions, you need to refine your audience targeting. So you need to go to your audience manager, um, review the audience you segmented, segment audience using Google Analytics, or properly based on the category of the products or based on the interest of your your audiences in Google Analytics. So you can segment in analytics there and adjust your keywords. So in search ads or in Google Ads or in PMax, you can readjust type of keywords that you're targeting. So you need to extract list of keywords that you might think it will boost the performance. So probably you might need to create an A/B testing if the if you've seen this kind of metric combo. The CPA is half and the value per conversion is going down. So let's go to the next row. It says CPA is up plus CPC is up. So this is most common metrics that we can see on the account. We can see on the campaigns. There's sometimes a momentum of 14 days. We see this last 7 days, and we see this on the last 90 days. So we cannot predict or assume that it's 100% working on that specific weeks or specific months, and it will continue in the rest of the upcoming months. So there's a momentum that it goes, and we can see this kind of metrics on the second row. So here on the second column, what it means: so high cost per actions due to expensive clicks that we saw. The sign for the CPC is up. and the competition bidding issue. So usually CPA is up, high cost per click is up. It's competitions, tight competitions, very high competitions, bidding issue. So probably you have to test your bidding, especially for um, lead generation. So you need to like created A/B testing for maximized and target CPA. Separate the results on that, or you could directly separate campaigns, not an A/B testing within the campaign. So you need to create another type of campaigns that actually targeting the target CPA, and the other one is maximized conversions. That's for the lead generation. And for e-commerce, you can either target ROAS and target CPA. So there's a if you determine your value per conversions, you can set the target ROAS, that your percentage that you wanted to get. So so the typical uh, our target ROAS is around 300%, around 450%. But in tighter uh, campaigns, like let's say it has a lower conversions in high CPA. So we will go to that. Let's focus first on the CPA, high CPA, and high CPC. So on the third and last column, it says adjust bids. So that's one of the we discussed in explore less competitive keywords for lead generation. This is also applies on e-commerce and improve quality score. So if you do a test on the targeting keywords, it will eventually uh, also test the quality score afterwards. So um, let's move on to the third row, which is the CPA up and the CBR is down. CBR is the conversion rate, and the CPA is quite high and the CBR is low. So the for the second column says what it means is high cost but low conversion. So high cost in cost per acquisition, um, low conversion results. So the what it likely cost is the landing page or the ad is much. So there's a probably you're using a landing page that is not much with the target keywords. Sometimes you targeting contact us landing page, but your your um your keyword is plumbing, plumbing near you, or or lawyers um, near you, um, like general keywords, specific keywords plus services then location. But you're targeting your landing page is contact us, which is it it doesn't provide benefits towards the customers, because once they landed on the landing page, it directly show them the contact us, which supposedly to show them what services you're offering inside that landing page. So on the last column it says suggested actions to improve landing page, like uh, create different targeting, created A/B testing of the landing page. One of this is dynamic search ads. So you can include multiple landing page, test which landing page actually working. So you cannot set keywords on dynamic search ads. It but you can get the search terms. So based on the search term, you can get an idea what is most search term or keyword being searched that your website is showing. So it's algorithm based. It's coming from the Google. So Google's the ones letting your pages show to your potential customers. So it will eventually give you an idea to what keywords to target if you're new running into Google Ads, or you haven't um, determined yet what keywords to start with. So dynamic search ads is also one of the best way to understand the behavior of your audiences. And also, once you test your landing page, you need to test also your ad copy. So and in the recent changes in Google Ads, so there's a 15 headlines where you can fill up for the responsive search ads or responsive ad copies, but it doesn't tell you or requires you to like it the 15 headlines is a required um, headlines for ad copies. You can at least add max like a minimum of three, so you can test at least six specific headlines you want to target specific list of keywords. Then you can do that. You can definitely do that as long as it has a minimum of three headlines. And if we go to the last second to the last row, it shows CPA is down, then the ROAS is up. So this is applies to the e-commerce. So if you're running product listing ads through Merchant Center and shopping ads in Google Ads. So what it means, if the CPA is low and the ROAS is high, so efficient campaigns, so you're very efficient, it shows potential. Then what likely cost it, high efficiency, and profitable. So we usually saw this one if the campaign is performing well and you have a limited budget. So the suggested actions that you need to do is scale the budget continuously. So uh, you might add a little bit of the budget. Don't just put large budget directly to the campaigns, because it will undergo to a learning pace, and Google might mess up if you put um, large amount of budget towards that specific campaign. It's very ideal to at least increased by percentage for the span of 1 week. Let's say you put 20% on this day, then on the next day you put another 20%, then the next 2 days you add 60%. So total like for the span of 1 week you added the 100% increased budget, and see how the performance responds to the CPA and ROAS. And the last part of the row is shows value per conversion is high and the CPA is high. So meaning it's expensive but high value conversions, because you determine your value per conversions means that big ticket items justify the cost. So this some of this is products with high pricing. So I have clients that offering some of the products in the single products, they offering around a 2k per item, like it's a pawn de-icer, it's a generator, similar products to that, solar panels. So some like like a package solar panel. So it's similar to that pricing. It's quite expensive, but it justify the CPA. If the CPA is high, Google usually set that to the high CPA, because you can Google it won't justify if the CPA is very low and you have value for conversion. That's very efficient campaign, but normally when that kind of products is with high value, the value per conversion is high and the CPA is high, it just justify the cost. So the suggestion actions is that accept the higher CPA, monitor the ROAS. So this will consistently with the corresponds to the ROAS. If this value for conversion is high, the CPA is high, then it's supposedly to get a higher ROAS. So you need to monitor that one. If the ROAS doesn't justify the cost, uh, you might consider lowering the focus on that products and targeting different area of products that might have lower pricing or competitive pricing compared to the other products. So on this discussions, this is the basic, like slightly um, competitive metrics combo that we could determine for the rest of our accounts in the Google Ads. So hopefully you have a better glimpse on how you adjust things on your account. So thank you and see you on our next discussion.